Going to take a look at how to add a new page to your website. When you're in the dashboard, go to Pages, then click Add New. You'll notice there's a link under the Pages section in the nav, and there's also the same link up here at the top of the page outline. We're going to call this page Clients 3. Just as a sample, you can call it anything you want, and we'll make sure that we're in the visual WYSIWYG window. WYSIWYG, by the way, is what you see is what you get. And let's start by putting a header on this. We're going to highlight the text, come up here, and we'll choose heading 2. Hit the return for a paragraph break, and then we'll put in some sample text. And let's say that some of the text that we want is in a Word document. So we'll go to the Word document. And once our Word document is open, we'll copy the content, Control-C or Command-C, depending on whether you're on a Mac or a PC. And we're going to go back here. Now, if we were to simply paste this in, it will carry over a lot of excess Microsoft Word code with it, and that sometimes will interfere with the look of our page. So we don't want to paste it directly in. We can either type in like we did on the earlier text, or let's go to the little icon that looks like a clipboard with a W on it. When you hover over it, you'll see it says Paste from Word. And in the pop-up window that comes up, we'll paste our Word information into that, click Insert, now you might still need to do a little cleanup. You will notice that it kept some of the formatting, for instance italics, bold, so that you won't need to find those places and redo that, but you are apt to end up with some extra paragraph breaks. So do clean up those extra spacing breaks. And now you have your content in. Now let's say we want to add an image that's already in our library. And so we're going to go to the icon that says Upload Insert Image. We'll click on Media Library, and we'll show one of the images that's already in there. As mentioned on the Insert Image tutorial, we're going to take out the link to the picture. We will put in some alternate text. I'm going to use that for my description for the sake of expediency, and let's put that on the right. Let's put it in at full size and insert into post. Now we have our text and our image, but we're not quite done yet. We're going to have some information for the search engines, because we always want to be improving our chance that the search engines will return us higher in the searches. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to put in a title line. Now the title line is this area that shows at the top of your browser. Most visitors don't notice it, but the search engines actually do give it extra weight. We're also going to put in some extra definition, because search engines like that as well. You don't really need to worry about the keywords. They're not given much weight with anyone anymore. And so now that we come back up, we're going to look at the right-hand side. We haven't published our page yet. We could save it as a draft and go back and work on it later. in which case it could not be seen by the public. Or we can go ahead and publish it now, but we want it to keep its proper place in our, in the outline. And so we're going to put it under clients. And you can see, by the way, while we're in here, we already have a client 1 and a client 2. So clients is the parent. And we're going to put this third in the order. And then we'll go ahead and publish it. As mentioned in an earlier tutorial, if after saving you should see the code and it looks pretty ugly to you, just simply click on the Visual tab and that will bring you back to the WYSIWYG. All right, let's take a look. We're going to see that indeed it is now showing up in the proper place in our outline. And when we view it, all right, that is a heading 2, which automatically has a style of an underline, and that's not really what we want there. So let's go back down, and when you're signed in as an admin, you usually have an edit this entry or edit this page link. That will bring you back to the admin again. We're going to highlight that, and let's try a heading 3 instead of a heading 2. We'll update the page before we leave it so that we don't lose any of our changes. And we'll take a look at that page. Okay, that's a little better headline there. Now you'll notice, by the way, this is a sub item under clients, but it's not showing up and the clients menu isn't even expanded. And when I do expand it, I only see client 1 and client 2. That's because on WordPress 3.0 or later, there's a very good chance that your menus will be done in a way that does not automatically show up in your menu. Instead, you will go to Appearance, click on Menus, and now you can see that Clients 3 is listed here. It'll either be under Most Recent, or if you don't see it under Most Recent, you can also view all. Either place, you can click the new item and add it to the menu. It's added to the bottom of the menu when you add it, and then all you have to do is click, hold, and drag it into place. Now, if I were to leave it over here on the left, that's a top level navigation, and we really don't want it to be there. We want it to be number 3 in this list of sub items. So I'm going to click on it, drag it, move it around a little bit until it snaps into place in position 3. Before we leave this page, we're going to save the menu. By the way, this area, just as a reminder, if you go to your site title and click on it, that'll bring you back to the home page of the live site. Now we're going to click on Clients. And you'll see that Clients 3 is now showing up in the sub navigation, and when you're on the page, it's all expanded. And that is how you add a page.